Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode. This time we're doing Climates of Tamriel. Now, this has to contend with what I consider an absolutely awesome mod, which is Vivid Weather. So, is it going to stand up? That's the question we're going to try and answer here. So, as you can see there, one of the things is it adds is an anamorphic lens flare, which I'm not crazy about. Lens flare is something only like camera lenses suffer from. You don't really get it in real life. It's a very minor gripe. So basically, this mod claims that it adds in hundreds of new weather effects and all the other stuff that the vivid weather also adds in, like new light and then sky effects and stuff like that. So one of the things I think this mod does very well, which is daylight. It adds a great like crisp to the air, I think is like the only way to describe it really. It's got like a nice foggy, like misty atmosphere to it, which I think's great. There's times where like you'll be walking around and you can almost feel like there's cold in the air and stuff like that. So it's got particle effects as well. Here you can see like snowflakes falling in front of the camera. And what was I saying? There's the cloud effects, some really nice high-res clouds. Yeah, so the daylight you can almost feel like it's chilly in the air, and when the sun's beaming down you can almost feel like it's a nice warm day. It's hard to describe, but it really does add like a really great, just feeling to the air. I can't describe it any more than that. You can see on the screen now. So we've got like a dewy morning type thing going on here. Some of the effects on this are absolutely fantastic. However, for me personally, I don't think it beats Vivid Weather, and I can't help but talk about Vivid Weather a lot during this mod because it has got to contend with Vivid Weather. All this stuff is great and you're going to see a lot more effects as we go on, but I don't actually see any weather. I played with this mod for just going on 3 hours and I'm yet to see any weather effects. It hasn't rained, there hasn't been any thunder or anything like that. So I don't know if this mod is a slow bleed, but if that is the case, it's too slow for me. I like to have different effects wherever I go, Sometimes it's rainy, sometimes it's thunder, and sometimes the sun's beaming down. This mod seems to just do sun beaming down all the time, and like I said, it does do that very well, and I can't fault it for what it does because it does look beautiful. It's just I just didn't see any weather effects in it really, and I thought I made a mistake because I went onto the mod store and I noticed there was other Climates of Tamriel mods there, but it was just a winter mod which made all of Skyrim cold and wintry is the only way. This is nighttime, so I don't know if that's meant to be the sun, well, the light bouncing off the snow to give it like a night and trying to get my words out, to give it like a night glow, if you know what I mean, because this is the dead of night where I am right now. If so, that's a really nice effect, but it's just a bit too bright for me, and there is a patch to fix that. But they're the only two patches that I noticed in the store, was the winter mod and the darker nights mod. And I don't know if that's going to be enough for people to keep the mod on, because although it does look great, it really just doesn't add in any of those, well, I didn't see any of those really great effects that you get with Vivid Weather, which is a shame because at first I was a little worried that I was going to have to go back on everything I'd said and say, no, Vivid Weather's not the best weather mod on there, there's this new one. It just doesn't, it's not enough for me. Now, that looks absolutely brilliant there. Like say, I can't fault for what it actually does do, is brilliant. And talking this mod down really is difficult to do because I was so impressed with some of the effects I seen, the mornings and the nights and things like that. It was just lacking a variety of weather for me. And now, like I said, the mod description does say that it adds in hundreds of new effects, so maybe I was just incredibly unlucky. But everywhere I went, I was waiting in game for 12 hours, 24 hours, trying to get some weather effects to activate, and there was just nothing happening. That orange square, I think, is from the unofficial Elder Scrolls patch, which just really annoys me, but you know, it's a small price to pay. I mean, this, you know, volumetric light in here again is absolutely brilliant, and the colours are brilliant, and I love it. I think, look at that. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely wonderful. Now, if it was just raining at the same time, it would probably be the best weather mod on the store. And I do love it. I mean, I haven't played with Vivid Weather since I've been testing this mod out, so maybe I'm going to go back to Vivid Weather and go, oh no, I miss Climates of Tamriel too much, because that view there is absolutely brilliant, and that is all down to the sky and the light and creating that effect. Again, look at that, the sun's just setting and it looks brilliant. I think when it comes down to that type of atmosphere and lighting, I think it just beats Vivid Weather. So on the one hand you've got brilliant effects and lighting, and on the other hand you've just got this complete lack of variety of weather from what I seen. And I did play for, I think it was probably about 3 hours 10 minutes, something like that. I recorded like 2 1.5 hour blocks, and I just didn't see any weather effects at all. And again, you get a nice variety of sky effects, although I think the night is a bit samey. The night really doesn't, which sounds daft, it doesn't really have much of a variety in terms of lighting at night. But all the other times, I mean, look at that. That is great. You got like a pink sky there, and it's amazing. I can't, you know, again, I'm running out of words to describe it. There's just so many great moments with this mod where you'll be at a point like this and you're looking out and you just can't fault it at all. It could be really hard decision for me which one of these mods I'm going to keep, Climate of Tamriel or Vivid Weather, because I assume that, well, I'm pretty certain they're both not going to work at the same time, because they both change in the sky and the lighting effects. And maybe the mod author is creating more variety of weather patches, so you might be able to put in like a summer patch or a autumn patch or winter patch like Vivid Weather did with Fallout 4. But as it sits now, I really don't understand where these hundreds of different varieties of weather claim is coming from. Again, I can't get over that. It's almost jaw-dropping, that view there. And again, look at that, brilliant. It looks like the gates of oblivion have been opened in Skyrim. So you guys go out, test this mod yourself. Make sure you disable any of the weather mods like Vivid Weather if you've got them on, and let me know what you think, because I can't decide. But for the moment, I think Vivid Weather wins out for me. But this is a very close contender, and this may steal the title in the future if there is more varieties of weather in it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.